Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Because of the holidays is upcoming 2 days, and afternoon will be not much activities. I have decided to continue the class on Teams. That's why I requested everybody to join the class on the Teams. Thank you very much. Please do not mind. My neck is also not, I have a throat infection, so my voice is not very clear. But I will try to speak as loud as possible during the class so that, and in case if you do not understand anything, please ask me to repeat. Okay, thank you. As we are talking about the various wage system, labor system, we talk about the time rate and piece rate, and we have seen what are the advantages and disadvantages of time rate and piece rate. Now, please mute your mic. Everyone, please mute your mic. Thank you. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. So in the previous lessons, we talk about the time rate system and also the piece rate system and the bonus system. We have seen the advantages and disadvantages of time rate and the piece rate. The concept of the method is indicate in the name of the method. You can see that time rate means when the payment of wage is based on the time, and piece rate means when the payment of the system based on the pieces. So that is called piece rate. And when it is on the time basis, it is called time rate system. And the third one is the bonus system. Under bonus, bonus is a additional extra reward given to those employees who performed beyond that the standard, the either standard output or is standard time. So if someone perform more than the standard output, they will be rewarded with a benefit. That benefit is called bonus. So how the bonus has been calculated and how it has to be recorded, we are going to learn on the payroll accounting. But before we go for the payroll accounting, I also would like to share the, what does it call, labor turnover. There is also one concept which is known as labor turnover. Let me show the slide on it.
Kama hawana pata hapa.
Okay, just wait. Also, please mute your mic.
Okay.
Under the labor cost control, we also talk about a term which is known as labor turnover. What do you understand by the labor turnover? Labor turnover, actually, it is the rate at which the employees are leaving the organization in a year. Or in another word, we can say that the labor turnover, it's indicate the rate or the ratio of movement of workers of an organization. Movement means how many workers are joining the organization and how many workers are leaving. That is called the rate of movement of the employees. Because it is also important for the business to perform very well. The person who joined the business should be stay for a reasonable time or as much as longer time, so that business should not need to look for in a short period of time the various employees for the various position. And also after joining, some of the positions are like that, they need training. People can't just start working. They need some orientation and training. And if the movement of workers are higher, means people are joining and leaving the organization sooner, then the part of the training and the orientation is become more frequently, which is affect the production level, because most of times the supervisors are busy with the new employees to explaining or becoming familiar with the rules, regulations of the organizations and the working procedure. And then once the person is trained, after some time, if he leaves, then whoever joined in place of him, the organization has to repeat the entire process again. So the labor turnover, which is also known as attrition rate, it is not a good if the ratio is higher or if the rate is higher. Normally, the acceptable rate is 20%, because sometimes due to some personal reason, people join and leave the organization. But if the rate is if the rate is higher, like 30%, 40%, it means that due to some reason behind, either the working condition or the types of work or the labor rate, which is not uh, helping the workers or employees to continue with that organization. So if it is not favorable, unhealthy environment in the organization, people would not like to work for a longer period of time, and then the business will suffer with a loss of production as well as a lot of activity in terms of recruiting the people for the same position again and again within a short period of time. It should be reduced as much as possible through the constant inquiry. So the business must be aware about the interest of workers, if they are really happy and interested to work in the organization. But if something is disturbing, what are the causes of the workers' dissatisfaction or about the working condition? So in all, you just need to know this is one of the term we use under labor cost control is labor turnover. Why we are concerning about it? Actually, it is a management activity to take care of the workers and recruitment of workers. But if the labor turnover ratio is higher, it also have the financial implication on the business because it affects the production, and also the cost of recruitment and training is also become higher. And there are various reasons of the labor turnover. but by taking some action, the labor turnover cost can be prevented, like by providing a standard wages or higher wages. Because sometimes if the salary scale or wages is too little, the workers would not like to continue with the business. They would like to move to the other organization who are paying the better salary or wages. So if the organization consider a appropriate level of wages or salary, or if they can afford a better higher, then it can prevent the business with the cost of labor turnover. The another reason or way we can prevent the labor turnover cost is by better welfare measures for the workers. Better welfare means they should also provide other not financial but non-financial facilities to the workers, like um, healthy environment, a clear structure of the management. People should know that to whom they have to report, to whom they have to consult on that, so that there will be no dispute between the workers in terms of the job responsibility. The job responsibility should be clear among the workers, and they know that to whom, and other welfare like to provide some other uh, facilities like medical leaves. If someone's sick, they can also go for the medical leave. Insurance. So if something happened at the workplace, the insurance company can cover the losses which is incurred at the business, and also to the person, employees, those who are working, some holiday packages. So if they think about for the welfare of the employees, the people would like to work for the longer period of time to such organization. But if they don't think about any welfare related issues, sometimes or the workers then will not be happy or continue for a longer period of time on such issues. Better training. By providing the training, what is the purpose of training within the organization? Can anybody tell me what is the purpose of having trainings for the workers? Try.
To improve skills.
To improve the skills, and also any other purpose of giving trainings? Anybody else? Another two reasons of training? Anyone?
It can help to reduce recruitment costs.
Yeah, it is also helps to reduce, because once the person has been recruited, they go through the training so that they know that they become familiar with the type of work and how to perform that work, because there is always slight differences in the working environment of every organization. So when you join the organizations, there mission visions are different, their working terms and conditions are different, so that by training they can understand, they know that they have the knowledge, but how to apply that knowledge at the workplace for the various activity, and to whom, from whom they have to share the information or get the information. All those things has been shared during the training session. So before they start work, they become familiar with the nature of work and work related issues. So it helps when someone goes through the training, it helps the employees to become more confident in terms of performing their job, instead of asking every day, okay, what next to do. If they learn everything during the training session, they can perform their job better. And when the person is trained, good training has been provided, then the people would like to continue in that organization. Better working condition measures also reduce or prevent the labor turnover cost. How the working condition can contribute to reduce the labor turnover cost? Better working condition. Is anybody would like to try?
Ma'am, what is the question?
My question is, one of the factor to reduce the labor turnover cost is better working condition. So my question is, how better working condition can helps to reduce the labor turnover cost?
We can maybe do team building activities within the organization, just so that employees can build relationships.
Yeah, there are many factors for the good working condition, right? Like working hours, the nature of work, working environment, because if you put so many people in a small premises, then people will not get enough space to perform their job. There's no proper what is called facilities of like canteen, restroom, and first aid, medical support. Then people does not like to work on such places where the place is not healthy and friendly environment. So it is very important for the organizations to ensure that they are providing a good working conditions in terms of hours, in terms of availability of material, the premises, location of the premises, so that people would like to work there. And then when people like to work there, the chances of leaving the business is minimum. So by providing better working condition, it helps to prevent the cost of labor turnover. Are you all understand those points?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. So where's it? Sorry. My apology, my neck is completely out of order. The system of wage payment we already covered. Now, the questions on the time rate, piece rate, and bonus system we will do together with the payroll accounting. So let me first share some information about payroll accounting. Are you all able to see this slide? Labor control. Are you able to
Yes,
see
ma'am.
this slide?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Please, can you read this slide first? Then I will explain. Everybody, please read this slide. Now we are going to talk about So now we are talking about the third system of payment, which is known as bonus pay system. The bonus pay is the compensation over and above the amount of pay specified as a basic salary or hourly rate paid. Yeah, when somebody gets some compensation, or you can say reward, over and above the amount of their basic salary, or if they are paying hourly basis, the wages due to the efficiency at the work, that amount is known as bonus pay. The bonus systems are payments systems designed to increase production by the awarding of incentive to productive employees who produce or whose output during the designated time, or those produce output during the designated time, or the time allowed it to them, the time which is allowed to them. Now, why business need to pay bonus? Because it is normally possible. Some people are efficient, some people are not efficient. But as you have seen that under time rate system, even piece rate system, in time rate, if someone done more or less, they will be not given any additional or extra compensation or incentives. And also in piece rate system, people is only awarded according to their number of pieces they have been provided. But in both methods, the efficient workers or those who can do the job very well will not be recognized. So that's why with on the weakness of time rate system and piece rate system, eh, to minimize the weaknesses of both of them, a new system has been introduced, which is known as bonus system. Under the bonus system, the efficient workers save the organization's time because they produce more than the expected work. They save the organization time and improve the efficiency. So when they save the time and also improve the efficiency, they should be rewarded for this. The bonus is a thank you or extra reward to the efficient employees. Is that clear to everybody? Up to here, it is clear to everybody?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now we know that the bonus is a extra compensation or extra reward given by the organizations to their efficient workers who improve the efficiency of production and save the time of organization. But now here is the question: how to pay for their efficiency and how much to pay to the efficient workers for their higher performance. So normally, which is also indicated in the labor law, at the rate of 50%, that's the time saved by the employee, they will reward it at the 50% of it so that the saving is shared with the organization. So how much time they saved for the production, because maybe the workers are assigned to produce 50 or 100 pieces of bricks in a day or in 8 hours, but someone produced 100 bricks in 6 hours instead of 8 hours. So another 2 hours he can contribute more in the production. So he saved 2 hours. So that 2 hours remuneration will be shared. 50% will go to the employee and 50% benefit will go to the employer. Bonus pay is always used to improve the employee's moral, motivation, and productivity, so that how much time they save of the same time saved time remuneration, 50% will go to the worker and 50% remain with the employee. And when it is a given extra reward, so it's always motivate the workers for the higher production. And when you tie the bonuses to improve performance, which is turn help the company reach its goal, they reach on the higher production level. Now to understand this thing, I'm using this example. Mateo is a machine operator in a company which manufactures component of printers. The basic working week is 40 hours in a week, and the overtime is paid at normal rate plus 50%. The company operates a bonus scheme where 50% of the hours saved against the standard time allowed are paid at the basic rate of 6 pula per hour. The following details relate to the job completed during the week ended 31st October 2016. So these are the details for the job number. There's every time they identify the job with a code. So it has the job number 908C related with the printer component D225. So the hours worked by the Matau is 38. The hours booked as the idle time, normal idle time is 2 hours. The hours attended to be paid is 40. Allowed time to produce each unit of the component or the element D224 is 25 minutes. So on the basis of it, we need to determine the amount of bonus payable to Mateo and also the total gross wages. Let's see again the information. Everybody read carefully. Then we will solve this activity. Will you read this slide? The basic rate to pay per hour is 6 pula, and the normal working hours in a week is 40. If somebody doing overtime, he will be paid with the normal rate plus 50% of the normal rate if they work more than 40 hours. Now we have those details regarding with the Mateo. He worked 38 hours actually, and the 2 hours he was booked to idle time, and in 40 hours he's supposed to produce 120 units. Okay, so first of all we will see if this person is eligible to get bonus or not. Okay, what is the standard time to make 1 unit of the component? What is the standard time or allowed time? Is 25 minutes, okay? Can you see in the question? Guys, can you see in the question? To make
Yes,
1
ma'am.
unit of the product, the allowed time is standard time. They need 25 minutes. So if they are taking to make 1 unit in 25 minutes, how much time they need to make 120 units? How many minutes they needed?
20,000 minutes.
So you multiply 25 minutes times 120, right?
Yes.
3,000 minutes. If you want to change, because the rest of information in the hours. So this is 3,000 minutes. If you want to change this minutes into hours, how will you change?
We divide by 2.
You divide it by 60 because in 1 hour there are 60 minutes, right? So you divide it by 60. How many hours you get? 3,000 divided by 60. So how many hours you get?
50 hours.
50 hours, right? So how many hours? So to make 120 units, a employee need 50 hours. But Mr. Moteu, how many hours he took? Matthew, how many hours he took?
38 hours.
He taken actually 38 hours when the standard time to produce 120 unit, somebody they need 50 hours. So how much hours he saved? You just calculate the time allowed to produce 120 because he produced all 120 unit. So how much time he saved? You 50 minus 38, right? 50 minus 38, 12 hours. So he saved 12 hours. What is the payment or remuneration for 12 hours? The payment, what is the rate? Is 6 pula per hour, right? So the total payment for the 12 hours is 12 times 6 because the company paying for each hour 6 pula. 12 times 6, how much is going to be? 72 pula, right? Are you getting the same answer?
Yes, ma'am.
But normally the rule is that when somebody saved, what is the remuneration of saved time? 50% will be given to the employee and 50% will remain with the employer. So what is the 50% of 72? 50% of 72 is 36, right?
36, ma'am, yes.
Yeah, so 36 pula will be paid as a bonus payment. So the company will pay 36 pula as a bonus payment to the employee and remaining 36 will be benefited by the employer. So the bonus pay for Mr. Moteu is 36. Then we have to calculate his total gross wages. So the basic pay for 38 hours, he actually worked for 38 hours with the rate of 6 pula, 228. He was idle for 2 hours, but maybe it is a normal idle time. So the idle time payment is for 2 hours, which is also with the normal rate, is 2 times 6, which is 12 pula, and the bonus pay is 36. So when you add the basic pay plus idle time pay and the bonus pay, so for that week, his total gross wages will be 278. So that's how we calculate the total gross pay And if there is any overtime, we add for the overtime if he worked beyond that, the normal working hours. And bonus, we also calculate based on the time because he took less time for the unit he produced, which is supposed to be produced in 50 hours. So do you manage to understand this calculation?
Yes, ma'am.
Is it clear to everyone? If anybody who do not understand, please let me know. Are we all fine? Okay. So bonus, calculation of bonus is not difficult. You need to know only two things, the standard time and the actual time. How much time was given to the employee to produce those number of items or provide their services. Maybe somebody was given 20 hours, but he has done in 18 hours, so he will be paid bonus for the 2 hours. Or sometimes the person has given 20 hours, but he took 22 hours to perform the same job. In that situation, he is not eligible to get any bonus. So the payment of bonus is very simple. And whatever the payment for time saved, 50% of it will be goes to the employee, right? Now, the next is payroll accounting. What is the payroll accounting? A payroll is the company's list of its employees, but the term is not commonly used to refer to the amount or the total amount of the money that a company pays to its employee. Actually, if you see the meaning of word payroll, payroll is used for the list which is indicate the name of employees. All those employees who are working in that organization, that is the meaning of payroll. But when we say payroll accounting, accounting means process of recording. So here we talk about the payroll accounting is concerned with the total amount of money that a company pays to its employees, all the workers, those who are working there. A company records of its employees' salaries and wages and bonuses, allowances to derive total earning. So company use those payroll sheets to keep the record of employee salary, wages payment, bonus, allowance, whatever, in terms of calculating the total earnings and also some deduction if the employees are paying or contributing in like pension scheme, in the medical aid, or if their income is taxable. So withheld taxes, which is the employee paying, it has to be deducted before the total earning given to the employees. So in payroll, it helps to determine total earning, and then from that, if those are the deductions are there, we subtract all the deduction, then we able to calculate the net payable amount. The net payable amount is the amount which is actually given to the employee at the end of the month. When the month is completed, the actual amount they took is not necessarily if somebody earning 20,000 or 30,000, he will be given all 30,000 at if the basic scale is 30,000, they will be given 30,000. From that, if he already taken loan, so interest of the loan will be deduct, tax will be deduct, and after that the remaining amount will be paid to the employee. So what is the net payable? That amount has been calculated with the help of a system. That system is called payroll system. Okay. So what is the payroll system? How we determine the total gross earning, how we calculate the amount of deductions and the net payable amount. We are going to discuss after Independence holiday. Once you come back, by that time I will also be fine, so I can teach better. We are ending our lesson here today. Before I ending, if you have any question, you can raise your question. As you know that Monday we do not have class because of holiday. We already missed one lesson. So once you come back, we are going a bit speed up. So please, this holiday, do not really waste your time fully. Also do some study and revise the previous notes. Okay. Yeah, before I end the class, anybody would like to ask anything?